Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for watching today. Today's day 2 of Fanatical Prospecting. And today we're going over 3 core laws of prospecting. And I'm going to turn this into some real estate things. And if you've read the book or are going to read the book or browse the book, we're going to of course, make this more real estate related for all the realtors watching that. So first, there's the first core law is the universal law of need. Wow, this one is important, and if you might be in that zone right now, or that law is applying to you, what that means is that you sometimes agents that just every single client they have, they need. They have that money spent of that commission check we're not even in the contract yet, and they haven't even found a house yet, but you have a client and you just need them. I've seen, hundreds and hundreds of agents over a career of seeing agents, especially newer agents in this part of the law, and what happens if every single client that you have, or every single person that's looking for a house, every single person that needs to sell their house, if you need them, like you need that sale to survive, it's very hard for those type of agents to always be in that zone, in that law, to succeed, because you're too, you might be too pushy, you might be too needy, your emotions get involved in the sale, just the way your lack of empathy sometimes, and your patience sometimes isn't there for people. So I know agents that have been in the business, especially you started off sometimes needing those clients, and agents that are new, if you have some clients now and you just need them, your goal is to get out of that, to have choices, to prospect and get there. So remember, if you've been in real estate a while and you always need that client, every single buyer you're showing houses, you're driving them to the west side and east side and south side, and you spend 6-8 months on a buyer that you don't know if they're ever going to buy something, and they're not pre-qualified. So there's lots of things you can do to pre-qualify someone, to see if you want to work with them. So if you don't have things already, like asking them questions of when they want to move, are they going to move if they find the right house, are they pre-qualified financially? A lot of times agents, again, especially newer agents, as soon as someone says, hey, I want to look for houses, ma'am, they're like, okay, making appointments, let's go look. And you haven't really sat down with them and talked with them and said, how motivated are they? And there's simple questions that you could ask. And I'm just going over a few right now, but of course, I'm happy to spend time one-on-one with agents and going over this. There's questions of, what do you have to sell? Why do you have to move? The best client is someone that's definitely motivated to buy, and they have to buy, and by a certain time. Not someone, we get these a lot. We get those people that, hey, well, if I sell my house for this price, I'll buy a house at this price if I could get a good deal. Oh man, I see so many agents getting stuck with those clients for months or even sometimes years. So because we invest the time in it, the cycle is this. It's very simple. We show them some houses, we spend some few weeks with them, maybe even months, and then we just continue to go on to that. Also, one other thing, not to get off a tangent on that, is that you could use buyer's agreements. So every company should have one, and if you're not with Century 21, we have one that you could use if you're going to invest the time with buyers, have a buyer agreement to know that at least committed to you when they buy a house. So that's a way to do it. So law 1, your goal is to try to get out of that, always being needy and need every single client, and it doesn't affect your performance. I mean, it does affect your performance in a negative way when you need that client. The 30-day rule is number 2. And basically what that is what you're doing today is affecting 30 days from now, 60 days from now, or just the future. The author uses 30 days, but again, I'm talking real estate related. So what you do today affects your future. And what you can do is, again, if you've read the book or you're going to read the book, basically I take this 30-day rules. If you have some type of sale where you're trying to sell them something that you could sell anybody right now, and any type of product, like example, if you want to sell someone some insurance, you probably could convince them to change insurance companies, get them better rates, get them better coverage. You're talking to people today and that they probably could make a move within 30 days. Buying and selling a house, a little bit different. There's different timelines. So what you do today, every single person you talk to, you prospect with, you should be putting notes in there, even if you're leaving messages, even if you're sending an email, a direct email, a text, even if you have an idea of when they might move. Or you should get to the point of every single prospect, or as many as possible, having that discussion with them of saying, hi, I would love to be your trusted realtor. When you're ready to buy or sell a house, is there any time in the near future you're thinking about buying or selling? And get that date. Get that, no, we just bought a house, probably not looking for at least 10 years, 5 years, whatever. But my opinion is, and I tell this to all agents, and some of you have already heard this before, is that every single person you talk to is a potential client someday. Could be a client someday if you just follow a system and keep communicating with them and talking with them and being available to them, because they will buy or sell a house or both several times in their lifetime. And you could be there. You just have to be there at the right place at the right time. So what you do today in prospecting will affect your future. And it just, again, everything, time moves. So if you talk to enough people here, prospect enough now, you will have enough business in 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 6 months from now. And then when you're prospecting, then it just builds into the future. That's what you have to do. I see so many agents sometimes prospecting in hopes to get stuff now, which is great. That's good. That's that's a little bit of luck. When I hear agents go, wow, I actually did some prospecting this week. It was great. And I found 3 new buyers that are looking this week. That's great. That's like winning the lottery. That's awesome that you just increased your opportunities to you prospect and found people now. So that's what your prospecting is for. If you can find people now, but this is the roller coaster. This is the roller coaster I see all of the time, is that you have prospects now and you start showing houses, and then your prospecting time goes down. That gets you on the roller coaster. Imagine you're prospecting here, and then all of a sudden your prospecting time goes down to here because you're showing houses, you're working on contracts. So what does that do when your prospecting goes down? That affects your future. Then all of a sudden you have some closings, and you're like, yay, I have some closings, and then boom, I have no more buyers or sellers right now because I sold their houses and found them a house. Then the roller coaster. It's the whole point, is that what you always got to be prospecting even when you have business now. Going to the third law. Third law is the law of replacement. That is, and which is great for real estate, is that every single client you have, you should be replacing them or getting a referral, at least one. I say 2, because at least 2 new people, referrals. Now referrals, you got to make sure you understand this is not just people buying or selling a house. You just have to ask for names, phone numbers, email addresses. So, listen, and I'll give you a little quick script, and there's kind of a few different things. So you have a client in front of you, just sold their house. Go, great. I'm so happy for you. I'm very proud and very happy to be part of this process and to help you buy this new house. I would love to be able to help your family and friends and people you know and be their trusted real estate advisor. Can you give me a few names of some people that are close to you that I could contact them? They don't have to be buying or selling right now. I just want to reach out to them, give them some information about myself, so when they're ready, they'll talk. They know they have my information and can get a hold of me right away. Because sometimes, and if they give you the time to keep on talking and they ask you questions, because sometimes people right now, they might not tell you they're looking to buy. They just jump online and they're looking to buy or sell. And I want to be that person. So I take as many names that you feel that I would do a great job for and be a good connection to. Can you please give me those people's names, numbers, and try to get that information right then and there, or ask them to send you an email or a text message with that. But of course, right then and now is always best. You don't have to bug them for more referrals. So you just got your clients right when they're happy. Their house is sold. They bought a new house. They've just trusted you. You did a great job. That's the time to ask for people's names and numbers. Also, there's many different things that you can do to help them enjoy their new house and get referrals. Example, one of the things is I have a lot of agents that do provide maybe wine or cheese or something for their house. If they are having an open house, they're having family and friends over. So basically say, hey, the first night that you're going to have some family and friends over to visit your new house and have something, I would like to provide some wine and cheese and or whatever you want, some snacks. You don't have to be wine and cheese, whatever you prefer. And I would love to just deliver. I'm just going to deliver it when you have, just let me know when that date is. And then it gives you a reason to follow up with them for a few days, few weeks or whatever, when they're ready. Check in on them, see how they're doing and all of that. And that is a great opportunity for you. Imagine family and friends are there. If say they tell you it's 6 o'clock, I know I'm going into some detailed training here. So they're having something at 6 o'clock, show up right at 6 o'clock or a little bit before, prepare something, bring some cards, only stay for a few minutes, drop it off. Everybody sees how they're great, nice realtor that they trust and to help them with this great process of buying or selling their house and bringing something for all of them to share, and it gives you time. And you might have built a great relationship with that buyer or seller where they want you to stay. Great, even better, networking with people and giving something back to those people. So I could go into more detail about that type of thing and things you can do. There's things that agents do, like invite the neighbors. Sometimes people say, hey, I want to have, get to know the neighbors. And I'd be happy to set that up for you. Send out postcards or send out invitations and have a little get together at their house if these people want to. You don't have to force them, but they might be that type of people. Well, hey, I want to get to know my neighbors. I want my friends and family to go out. So that's just an example of things that you can do to the law of replacement, how to take a client, how to take something and turn it into referrals on there. And last today is in the book, they had a great example of an easy sales formula. It's really, if you want to even use, it's not even really a formula, it's just a process of thought. And he actually, the author used a great quote from Arnold Palmer, the great golfer. If you know Arnold Palmer, is that basically he said the more he practiced his swing, golf, the luckier he got. I use that a lot, not that particular quote, but in real estate, I said the more you prospect, the more you're out there, increases your chance of getting lucky. There is a little luck involved. I know a lot of people say, well, I'm a hard worker, I'm a successful. There's no luck involved. There is a little bit of luck involved in just timing. Like I said, if all of a sudden there's 10 agents that do the exact amount of prospecting, some will get a little luckier than others and find people that are looking now than people are not. Just like any type of leads, you might luck out and get some people, good ones that you're just looking now. So think about that. The more you prospect, the more you get out there, the more you call and text and email and instant message and network and do gatherings and parties and get involved in your community. You have to be doing something every day to get in front of people, to remind what you're doing, and will increase your chances of getting lucky now. But it'll also increase your chance of future income, future clients, and future business. That's real estate. Again, like I said earlier, every single person you talk to is a potential client. It's just the beauty of real estate sales. You're not selling cars, you're not selling insurance, you're not selling investments. You're selling something that you know right when you talk to someone, if they're going to be a customer someday, a client someday, you know that. You can tell, unless they're going to rent the same apartment they're in now for the rest of their lives, which is very rare that that's ever happens. So you know, that's the beauty of real estate. Every single person you talk to could be a potential client someday. And you just got to use that to your advantage and a prospect to increase your chance of getting lucky and getting sales a little bit sooner. So hopefully you understand and help those 3 rules help out. The universal law of need, the 30-day rule, or the future rule, what you do now is going to affect your business in the future, and the law of replacement. Every single transaction client you have that is you have a successful sale should be replacing it with at least one or several people that you could add to your database. And then tomorrow, Wednesday, we'll be going over the 7 mindsets of fanatical prospecting. So a lot of great information tomorrow on day 3. So and remember, use me as a resource. Feel free to reach out to me if you want to go more in detail about some of the little things I said in here. I love prospecting, and I love to coach and mentor and come up with great ideas for all ages, no matter what office you're with. So call, text, instant message me anytime. So that's it for today. Have a great Tuesday. See you tomorrow, 11 o'clock on Wednesday. Bye-bye.